All right. Welcome, welcome, dreamers and wanderers to Dream and Wanderland, the podcast. Um, it's been a while that I was online because I was a little bit restructuring. It's not about only following your dreams, but really making it a purpose and create your free life. And that's why today's topic is freedom. What does it mean for you? What does it mean for our guest? Our wonderful Annabelle is here joining me and telling us a little bit about her perspective about freedom, how her free life looks like, and what she, yeah, what she has to bring to the world. And here she is, Annabell Valerie Jahnke. She teaches female solopreneurs, trainers, and speakers how to unlock their full power, manifest magic and miracles, and create lasting impact in their businesses and the lives of those who she serves and they serve. That was the thing. So, Annabelle, say hello.
Hello,
Maybe, yeah,
everybody.
and
Thank you.
tell us a little bit about you.
Thank you for being here, Pia, for the invitation. Thank you so much. So I'm currently living in Germany. I'm a really German woman, although I feel like I'm at home in different countries in the world. I love traveling. And I live in the south of Germany on the Lake Constance. And yes, I have a really beautiful place here with my family. And I have an online business. So I was teaching and helping over now 30 years people in the last 15 years, mainly in coaching and healing techniques. And last year, I closed my practice and to build up just an online business. So I was teaching online and giving courses since Corona, but I still had live seminars and frequently. And last year, I decided to go to the next step and do everything online so that I can reach as many people as possible.
So it seems that, so from the outside look, it would look like as if you are already stepped into a lot of freedom, like being self, yeah, being not in the corporate world, but have your own business and now even more free in the online world only. What would be your definition of freedom for yourself and your life?
Okay, thank you for the question. So, first of all, I want to say freedom, integrity, and truth are the main values in my life since I'm really a little child. So I wanted to be every time free, and freedom for me means to be connected to myself and knowing and living my inner truth. And this, so I could say I'm a freedom lover. And for 30 years, so since I'm adult, I follow what my soul tells me, what my soul tells me to do. And it's like a kind of deep inner knowing, I would say. And to know what's right for me, what's the next step. And yes, that was always be part of me.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling us. And it's fascinating how some people already know when they are a child what that means for them and develop that over time and really follow that. Some of us, including me, have followed what was expected from us, like finish school, go to university, find a job, and all the things. And some people don't even question that. I was someone who realized that this is not the forever status I want to be in and changed something about that. It seems that you already knew very early that you didn't want to be in or didn't want to follow the usual way. So what I'm interested in is what gave you the confidence to really follow that inner calling?
Thank you for the question. So I was thinking a lot about this. I think everything starts in the childhood, and I didn't feel guided and really loved by my parents. So they were so concentrated on their own life, their own jobs and businesses. So I was running beside them. So, and I realized really early that if I don't look for myself, there is nobody who can help me. And so this was a very early big lesson. And when I was 12, I discovered that I love dancing. And so I was pushed very early in a dancing school, and I went to a very big how do you say, it was a big party with professional dancers. They were showing up there, and I was 3 years again, and wow, this is what I want. So I really faced my first mission, and with this connecting with this inner with this inner love, so to be a really good dancer. So I was a ballroom dancer. So, and I developed such a strength, and I went through this. And yes, I was teaching 25 years salsa and bachata. So, and this maintained a really long time in my life. And when I finished school, so I was like you in this normal, hey, you have to finish school, then you have to study or to learn a job or something like this. And then I did it after my school when I was 20, and I was so bored and so frustrated. And I said, this is nothing for me. And then I decided to study sports and psychology. And in the meanwhile, I started to go to courses to learn about self-development. I got my first connections to the spirituality. And so very early, when I was 20, 21, it started that I could develop this inner power. Yes.
Cool. So you actually had the chance to, yeah, how can I say that? Sometimes we meet people who kind of open a possibility, and it seems that you not only followed your inner voice, your passion, your joy, but also that led you to the people who actually opened that world to self-development, to spirituality. And that is pretty cool when you have the opportunity to meet that in a very early stage, because I think for me, when I meet all that, like being coached by someone, have that touching points with spirituality, that eventually led me to where I am today. And it just happened a little bit later than in your case. So it's, yeah, sometimes it really helps to, what I notice for myself, for example, is really if I follow my joy, my passion, then the right doors are opening. And that was something that back in the days for me, I didn't know, I didn't do. So it took a while for myself. So yeah, thank you to the universe that it happened all for you in a very early stage so that you could already live a little bit more what you really want rather than stepping through some normal life first. So yeah.
Yes, but this sounds very easy. Yes, it wasn't easy. It's the opposite. So I was in trouble a lot of times. I said, you don't tell me what I have to do. So I'm a really strong and yes, I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. And it was not easy for me. So because all my family, my parents, they said I'm completely crazy, and they didn't stood behind me and help me. So I had to go through all of this alone. And it was like when I was 19, I started teaching dancing, salsa, bachata, and it was like observing how the people are reacting to my behavior, to my way to teach. So I learned to get better in not pushing them so much. So I am still a little bit a pushy person. So, and this brings a lot of problems. So
Mhm.
yes, on one side, it was easy for me to make the next steps and to say, no, I don't accept this. So, but it brought a lot of changes in my life. So,
Mm.
and it has two sides, everything. And I'm really blessed that I had this good friend. I met him when I was 21. It was really funny because I thought he's a wise man, and month later, I understood that he's just two books ahead, and he was telling me about the things he read in this book. But in this time, when I was 21, I understood that we are creators of our lives, and that when we are focusing in our inner world, that we can create everything. So,
Mhm.
and I'm so happy that I get access to this knowledge so soon, so early in my life. But I also had years where I was not focusing on this. When I had the exams in my study, and when I have love problems. So then you lose all this connection. So this sounds so easy, but it isn't.
No, it's definitely not an easy way. I feel you because whenever I start to talk about all that stuff to my family, for example, they don't really understand what am I doing here, and constantly explaining and self-defend myself why I'm doing this and not just stay in my job and be safe there, get the money on a monthly basis. Yeah, that looks like as it's safe, but you are not really free because you always work for someone else. You are dependent on them. They tell you when you can travel or not. What the heck? Why? I mean, if someone is happy with that, feel free to do that. It's not for me. And yeah, that is something some people in my life don't understand and still try to convince me to go back there. And yeah, so there are always some kind of rocks in between, but I feel like if you really follow, or if really follow what makes me happy and what my passion is, then those rocks is are not a block. Like maybe I have to make a detour to go around it or something, but it's not nothing that stops me. And that's
Mhm.
something I really love about when I finally find my way to follow.
Yes,
And
cool.
so
So we are born free when we are child, isn't it? So we come to this world like free beings, and
no
then
obligations, you can
then
just be the way who you are. They have to deal with that.
yes, and
So
then our parents and society teaches us how we have to be, what we have to say, what we have to do to be accepted, to be good, to be a good girl, a good boy. And this is really strong, and it's like taking all putting this shit away from us when we are growing up, and to get the awareness what happened there, and
mm,
what holds us back for being free.
yeah, that's that is for sure a journey. And but
Mhm.
it's worth to go that journey to
Mhm.
do.
And I have another point, so very interesting. So a lot of people, they think that they can give us advices how to handle, how to deal with situations. But when I have a problem, I go to somebody who already managed this challenge, who is already there where I want to go. So, and then there are, for example, when you're looking for more freedom in your life, or is it in the inner world, or in your outer life? So, and then there are people who are really not free, and they are going to tell you what you have to do. So, hey, so this makes no sense. And
Yeah.
I encourage everybody to listen clearly and closely who is giving these advices, and
Mm.
through which eyes they are looking. Are they looking through really uh, lovely and aware perspective, or if they are struggling with their own lives and give from this perspective their advices? And I don't
Mm.
want this. So,
Yeah, totally agree. It's you. Yeah, one advice that one of my mentors gave me is not to listen to people who haven't worn those shoes already themselves.
yes,
And
exactly.
yeah, I can't say anything about that because it's really it's true. They don't know, so why should we listen to them? So
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly. This is the point.
What would you say, how close to that definition of freedom are you living already or right now?
Ah, thank you for this question. This is interesting because freedom is like a topic which is always with me. And I would say every day I'm closer to this version of freedom I want to live.
Mhm.
Um, I'm very clear who I am, what I love, and what I'm here to do. And so I had the chance to build up this life I want to have in the last years, and to build up an environment with people I really appreciate and who inspire one another. So to support one another, to help each other, and to step into our true power. And yes, what has changed is how I make decisions. So um, my heart was always open, but I was, like I told, I was a rebel and very impulsive. And um, yes, I always had the clear plan what I want to do. And today I combine this inner, how to say, this inner strength and this inner knowing, this wisdom, with more calmness and with more clarity and strategy and structure. So in the past, I had no clear plan. So, and since 1.5 years, something like this, I have really amazing mentors and advisors, and from them I learned to control this energy, this power. And when I have to make decisions, first to breathe and really to become aware what is the next right step. And
Mm.
yes, so today I combine this inner freedom and this strong intuition. And yes, so I would say this is the change I did in the last 1.5 year. So because I didn't do it with calmness and with consciousness, I made a lot of mistakes, not, but yes, I
Detours.
had situations in my life, they were really complicated. So I lost money. I had problems with people, with projects. And so right now I'm cleaning up everything of this. So, and
Mm.
I'm really happy that I get this knowledge from my mentors. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Two questions that came to my mind. When you say you are a rebel, would you say that in the past or in your younger years you did things because someone else wanted it that way and you did it the opposite way? Or was it
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, this could happen. So I have one example. So I was traveling a lot when I was studying and I had vacations. So there was a month free always. And then I traveled to foreign countries. And once I went to Mozambique and once I went to Venezuela, and my family told, yes, you will see, you will come back very soon because it's too dangerous and too difficult for you. And I was there, and yes, it was difficult, and I didn't come back because they told that I come back. So, and I stayed there. So this is one example out of my life.
Yeah.
So, and nowadays I would do it different. Yes, I would go back. I would go where I want to go, and I would not stay because the other people are saying that I
Mm.
cannot manage the situation.
Yeah. Okay. Nice side note. I love that. And the second question, would you say that it, I mean, obviously it benefits you, but would you think that you are where you are now also without your mentors and advisors and coaches and so on? Or do you really think that it's a good idea to have someone you can go to and ask for advice and getting coached by and trained by?
Mhm. I would never be where I am without them.
Mm.
Never. So I'm also teaching since years, and the people who are coming to my courses and my seminars, they're learning also very quick. So um, I had a trainer, he said, do we need a coach? No, we don't need a coach. Do we need a coach or a trainer when we have a problem? Yes, then we need one. And do we need a coach when we have a big problem? Then we need a good coach. So, and I love this because he explains exactly, because if you have nobody who helps you, you can deal with the time with this challenge and you go forward. But you are struggling, you have problems, you're going back and forward and back. So, and when there is somebody who gives you guidance, so then you can step forward with more clarity and more quick. Yeah,
Mm.
this is my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Same for me. I wouldn't be here doing all that without my coaches and
Mm.
mentors and so on. And I mean, there is still a lot to do, a long way in front of me, but there's also happening a lot already. And I never could have managed that by myself. Or maybe yes, but it would have taken a lot more time. And yeah, so I love that answer.
Thank you.
Um, what would you say is currently the biggest thing standing between you right now and the first final version of your definition of freedom and free life? Is there anything or
Oh, thank you. Yes, that's a really good question. So I would first say there is an inner freedom and there's outer freedom. And through the last 30 years, I went through a lot of personal development and training and healing work and inner process. And I did the next course and the next seminar over years. And I had the possibility to clear up a lot of topics in my inner world. So I'm not ready. There is a lot more. So, but I could clean up a lot. Um, for me, this is a lifelong purifying process. So, and um, I would say, as more I clear in myself, as clearer my life becomes, because my inner world represents my outer world, and I'm never finished with this. So nobody. And externally, I have a wonderful life. So, but I'm still living in Germany, and my big dream is to be completely, yes. How do you say in English? To
independent?
a Weltenbummler. I don't know. To travel
Yeah,
around the world.
independent,
Yeah.
locational
Yes.
independent.
And so for me, I realized 2 years before that what holds me back is to be financially independent, to be financially free. And like I was working in the last 20 years, like therapist, like healer. So I didn't got this information. So in Germany, when you are in this healing sector, so there are no advices. So you change time for money, and there are no information. So, and when I realized that I don't have access to information like this, I I was looking for a business coach. So, and since 1.5 years, I'm so good on this journey that I can develop also my freedom in the outer world. And so, yes, so to know exactly which steps I have to do to build up my business on a really high level. So I'm working independent, I like like solopreneur since 30 years, but not to know how to make a big breakthrough. This shocked me really that I didn't have this information. So it was like a blind spot. So that I can combine the personal growth with financial freedom. This was not in my head. And then suddenly I went to a seminar and there were the people. It was like, how could it be that I didn't find them 30 years before? So, and since 1.5 years, I'm really surrounded by really special people, new mentors, new trainers, and I'm so happy to go this way.
Mhm.
Because for
Yeah.
me, one side is the inner freedom, and a lot of people are meditating or making spiritual techniques, but in the outer world, they are not free.
Mhm.
And a lot of people also say that, oh, this is okay, I have the inner freedom. No, and for me, I recognize that it's really both. So, and now I'm working on the outer freedom. So this is the challenges I have in nowadays.
Mhm. Isn't it fascinating how limited our view sometimes is? That
Yes.
I encounter that a lot in my daily circles, like friends, family, that they always think only one thing is possible, whether you are rich or healthy, but I don't know if or that you can only be in that corporate career direction and I don't know, that is such a limited view. And what I felt for myself was always that feeling of or that thought, it must be possible somehow. And I always ask the question, how is it possible? How could that become possible that I can travel the world and not being broke because I spend every single cent I have on my travels? How can I have both, being rich and travel the world? And being rich, of course, traveling the world is easier then. And but at the same time meet the love of my life as well, and so on. And a lot of times when I have had such a conversation recently at my workplace, where we talked about what the German government is doing for not so privileged people, like those guys who have a job but still need to go to the authorities for support and cannot live their version of free life. But in the end, somehow, first of all, it's the knowledge or to be able to see the possibilities that it is possible. And second, to actually make that decision to go for all and not only choose one thing. Would you
Hmm.
see that too? I mean, you could have stayed in your practice or in your local um, um, with your clients and not choosing to go to the online world. But yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. So for your opinion, because I love this. So and like like I was really a strong mental person, I always say, we do it like this. So, oh, okay, interesting. We can do it in other ways also. And I learned in the last 2 years that it's not just this way. So we can get rich and happy. We can be happy and healthy. So there are all the opportunities can come together. I would say it really in the same way, like you said it already. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm.
So, what's next? Okay, that question I really love because it's one part of my work that I'm doing with my clients is around permission. So, who or what have you been waiting to give yourself permission to go after the freedom? Was there someone?
Uh,
Was there anything? Is there still something?
Thank you for this question. So, to be honest, I waited for anyone. I think this is my true nature, that I'm a bundle of energy and I always move forward, and often faster than it would be wise. Like I told a few minutes before, I was one of these people who goes first. You know, these people who go first, who make the first step. And I learned a lot because the people, so they were looking, okay, you're trying to find out this, so I find it out and then I follow you. So, and it was not so easy, like as I told, yes. And so, like, my attitude is that I'm the creator of my own life. I have no chance instead to going forward and yes, and to move to the next step. So my body reacts really quickly. I have a big knowledge in how do you say in somatic wisdom. Yes, so what our body tells us about the topics we have in life, we have to change. And so my body reacts really quickly. Sometimes I go down the stairs and then my knee says, "Stop, big pain," and then I hold on. I say, "Okay, what where I have to look to, what topic is in my life, what I have to be aware of, what I have to change, perhaps." So, and when I don't listen to this, then my body gets crashed. So then perhaps I cannot walk anymore. So, and I learned really good to listen, and this helped me, but it's not easy. And I know some other people who have the same. And so then their body says, "Okay, lay down," and now you have to find out what's going on in your life. I don't know if you know also this situation that
Yeah. Just
that just
yesterday, I
says,
had an episode of exactly something like that. I had similar to this year. I had an event live on Facebook. I had to be there, be present to do the thing, and my body was so freaking tired and I was exhausted. The only thing I wanted to do is lay down and sleep for the next 3 hours, but I hadn't had the time. I had committed to that and I had to be there somehow, and that was really, my body said no. It didn't want that. Too much stress, too much for my nervous system, whatever. And I really, and this is what I'm pretty proud of, because in the past I wasn't aware of that at all. But yesterday I really catched myself and my body, and I really was aware that this is just a stress reaction. My nervous
Mhm.
system was so overwhelmed by the situation, by being there on a scheduled time, live, with so big plans in my head. In the end it came completely different, so that was okay as well, but my body really just wanted to shut down. And that
Mhm.
those situation, I the more I learn about myself and the more I am on that journey with self-development and the whole coaching thing and the business and everything, it really brought me to that point where I realize what is going on with within me, with my soul, my body, my mind. All of them have an opinion at some point. So yeah, and it's really, really great big step for me to be in that position to realize that it's just a reaction, how I am working my nervous system, what it needs, and things like that. And then I can handle it and do something about it. So I love that.
Yes, cool. Thank you. So this is so important that we realize that we are a complete organism, and every part is in there. So our mind, our emotions, our body, our spirit, so everything is one system. So and when we step out in one of this, so our organism says, hey, no, that's the wrong way. Then we have this shutdown, and we have
Yeah.
to listen and to be aware what's to do and how to get the power back.
Mhm.
Yeah. So and when you were speaking, I realized that what held me back to live really this freedom, it was that I thought that I have to do everything alone by myself because I'm strong and I'm quick, and all the people said, Annabelle, you can do so many things. And so nobody would ask me, hey, do you need help? And I didn't ask. So, and this was also part of my childhood, as I told. And because of this, it was very had to invest a lot of power. And when I was in a special training in Malaysia last year, it's the Enlightened Warrior Training Camp. So I learned really, perhaps you know this also. So I learned there to ask for help, to what it means to have people on my side supporting me, to work together, to build a team of strong people. And
Mhm.
everybody has his how do you say, yes, the strong points where we can deal with. Yes, so I can motivate, I can inspire people, and some other people have more empathy or have more clarity. So, and then we can inspire and can bring all this together. And this is what I really changed in my life, and what I'm still learning to ask for help. And yes, this is one of my goals, to build in my business really a team, a strong team, and so that we can move forward as team.
Mhm. Nice. Thank you for that. Um, what came to my mind is maybe if you have issues with the ask for help thing, maybe rewiring it a little bit to only pick the cherries out of it. Like you know your strength and you know what you don't like that much or whatever it is. So why not just choosing doing what makes me happy and what I can do and what I love to do and outsource the rest to other people.
Really, that's a really
Just
cool idea.
thought that just
I'm
came
yes,
up.
I'm really working on this, and so perhaps you experience this also when you're starting new things. So what is the point when you can give tasks to other people? So
Mhm.
uh, because of money issue, because of trust issue, because perhaps there is already nobody who can do this work. So this is an interesting process. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for this
sure.
insight. Yeah.
All right. So, last question for our little conversation here
Okay.
is, oh no, I have one more. Okay.
Okay.
If you could design one piece of your freedom starting tomorrow, so the final version, the first final version, what would it be right now? What would you choose?
I would say I would not wait for tomorrow because I'm every day in it. So the
Awesome. I
first
love
sounds a
that
little bit
answer.
crazy. Yes, but so I stand up in the morning and I have joy. So I want to go forward in life. So
Mhm.
and my current focus is really my financial independence and my financial freedom. So this is where I'm focusing on because the inner freedom it's within me. So I'm not ready there, but it's developing every day. It's nearly automatically. So sure, I have to focus on, but what I never did in my whole life, just for the last 1.5 years, to understand how to invest my money, and yes, to find different strategies, how to invest my money, how to yes, how to let my money work for me and not how to work for money. So to step really out of changing time for money. And this is how we grown up, especially in Germany and in Europe, that we have to get a good job. And this is completely not right anymore for me. And to get to this point, and this hurts. So that we are taught things which hold us back, which doesn't allow us to get to real freedom.
Yeah.
And yes,
I
I'm taking
personally
this.
believe
Yeah,
that is on purpose, that the people, the government, the society, whatever, wants us to stay in that system.
yeah, exactly. So this is my opinion also. And I was thinking a lot of times leaving Germany. So, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do this, but so my focus is to build up my business, that I'm really financial independent, financial free. I created really nice opportunities in passive income. I didn't know in the past that something like this exists. So, and when we focus on one thing, so then life brings us the opportunities to go forward. And this is what I encourage people to do. If you want really to change one aspect of your life, so focus on there. So speak to people, get your knowledge, read books, hear podcasts, and get more information, and then life brings you exactly this, because the outer world is just a reflection of our inner world. And when I open myself in my inner world to this, then there is no other solution, that all this information are coming from the outer world. So this is what I've experienced my whole life, and for me it's the financial freedom what I'm focusing on.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that. I love that.
You're welcome.
Now, in case something is happening, you jump into a time loop thing and have to restart once again. Is there anything, any advice you would give that version of you to make different, or to start earlier, or what would it be?
That's a good question. Thank you. I would say listen to your heart. So this I did, and move forward to follow really your inner wisdom. So discover your inner wisdom, but also, and this is what I not did, be conscious, be clear, and breathe before you make big decisions, and look for really good advisors and mentors who are guiding you towards where you want to go. So, and yes, to develop also your inner freedom, but also in the outer world. So, and to be not dependent to a job or to things we are told we have to do. So to prove inside of us what really wants to go through us into this world, to make this world to a better place.
I love that. Thank you for that.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, we are almost at the end of our conversations. Where and how can our listeners and viewers reach you if they want to get connected to you or in touch with you, work with you? And is there anything that comes up for you? What you creating, what you bring into the world?
Yes, thank you for this question. So they can find me on Instagram or on my name, Annabell Valerie Jahnke, or on Facebook, it's the same. And on my website, missiontosuccess.com. So, because this is what represents for me everything. So, I want to be successful in the area of health, in the area of relationships with myself, with my family, with my friends, and also in the business and financial topic. So, and because of this, I created this how do you say? I created this business because there is everything goes in there. Everything has a space in there because we want to be successful. So when we look to children, so they are growing and they want to be better, the better version of themselves. They want to have the ability to walk and to run and to speak. So, and this is the nature of our soul that we want to grow. And yes, you can find me there, missiontosuccess.com.
All right. Anything that comes up in the next weeks, months, any offers you want to share with the world?
Yes, thank you. So I make frequently free webinars. So I have seminars to find your mission, to get out of your masks, which you are wearing. But I start in October with a new certification program. It's called Bigger Than Life. And this is for mastery in mission, in impact, and leadership. So I'm teaching people which are already self-employed, which have already their community, their their clients, or one-to-one, or if they're teaching groups, it doesn't matter. So to learn really quick tools, how to get in this inner freedom, in this inner power, and to realize what is disturbing me in my normal life. And I know that a lot of people they're a people pleaser, like I also was. So we want to be kind and to be good seen as experts. So and to stop with this. So to be really in our integrity and to yes to live who we are. And I know that a lot of people they need quick techniques to change their lives, to manifest, to understand how to get to a higher version. Because when we are dealing with our clients, with our customers, there are a lot of challenges. So, and to get in this power to deal with this, yes,
Mm.
and to maintain the leadership, and first for them to experience this for themselves, and then to teach these techniques also to their communities, to their students, to their customers, because
Mm.
we need techniques like this to feel better, to get successful, to maintain the focus. Yes, and this is
Mm.
the certification I start in October. Bigger than life. And
Awesome.
if you want to know more, you can choose my Calendly link and to book a short conversation call, and then I can explain more about this.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I will put any kind of links and contacts, Instagram handles, anything. I will put that into the description and show notes. So go there, contact, get in touch with Annabelle. Thank you for being here. That was a pleasure and fun, and I enjoyed our conversation. Yeah, I love that kind of that part of my job here, and having conversations with people and having their perspectives. So thank you for sharing that with us. And yeah, so that's
Thank you
it.
so much, Pia, to talk with you, to give these ideas to other people, and thank you for your work. It's very precious.
Thank you very much. and we will see us very soon.
Yeah. Bye-bye.